Boom. Are we on? Who's on out there? Let's see. This thing takes a second to queue up. Try to bring my camera in. What is going on? Okay. All right, guys, jump in that room. I am here in beautiful Southern California. Hopefully you can see me. If you can't, oh well. Let me see here. Let me drop in the lower third. Bam, there we go. All right. All right, guys, we are going to get going here in just a second. I've got Mr. Danny Vega about to join, the myth, the legend. And I'm pumped. I'm pumped to share some really cool stuff with you guys. Let me know, not to be cliche, but let me know if you can hear me, okay? So let me see here. Let me do this again while I monitor chat. Let me see. Right. All right. I see loud and clear. Excel for freelancers. Happy Life Studios. 11 Bravo. What's up from Atlanta? Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I'm going to let, we are like just a minute or two away. We got a lot of cool things to share with you guys. Let me see if I can bring on my man, Danny. Let's see here. Oh, Danny, I think what I do is I think I invite you. I'm going to go to Messenger, Danny, and invite you. Right. All right, Danny, so you should be able to jump in here with me. I have Danny do the first part of the presentation. Guys, we're pumped. This one is super cool. I know there's been a lot of you who have been wondering how to get a course started, how do people make money with courses. You know, we're gonna share with you kind of the things that we were doing here recently to make a killing with courses. And courses is just an awesome way to go out there and kill it. So let me just see here. I got a couple of people messaging me. Okay. Let's see here. Danny, are you on? Okay, Danny. I think you're muted, Danny. Let me try to unmute you.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Can you hear me now?
I can. What's going on, man?
Nice. What's going on? I had to mute the playback because it was kind of confusing me. Actually, now I can't even hear you. Hold on a second.
Sorry, no, that was me.
Oh. I'm like, what's going on?
All right, cool. So people are piling in here left and right. Do you kind of want to give an intro here, Danny? And what I can do, let's see, we have Cody from Chico, California. 11 Bravo. She says, "What's up, Danny?"
Hey,
we got this guy named, we got this guy named Danny Vega on. Freelancers. He says his name's Randy. What's up, Randy? Okay, a bunch of you guys are coming in. Okay, so Danny, you want me to pull up the slides for you?
No, I got it here on my trusty little iPad Pro, so I'm good.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll let you.
You want to put it up so that way people can kind of follow through as well?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I can do the share screen here.
Okay.
Cool. Let me do that, and we are gonna go, guys. So I don't want to do the one where we sit here and talk about where everyone's at. Everyone came to learn. We wanted to teach you.
Right.
So let me see if I can actually do a play mode here.
As long as it doesn't go too fast. Well, I mean, yeah, I think you just check and it should just go.
Okay. Why don't we just do it like this, Danny? Can you see okay? And can you guys see the slides okay?
Yeah, I see them just fine.
Okay, cool.
So if I can see them, then I'm assuming everyone else can too.
Yeah, awesome. Well, let me just let me hide this so it so my camera is not distracting, and we will be ready to go. Okay, Danny, take it away, brother.
All right, guys. Well, again, thanks for taking the time. We know it's, a little bit late at night, depending on where you are, but, we definitely want to share what we know, what we've done with you guys. So, I mean, if you're on this, web training right now, then you're here because you have an idea, you want to build an online course, and you want to be able to make six figures from it, just like we have. So that's the entire purpose of this, this little presentation that we have here that we're going to share with you guys. So who exactly is this for? Pretty much anyone who has, an idea, they have, some type of expertise, background, wisdom, knowledge that you already know that other people will be, be able to be blessed or benefit from that, whether it's coaches, consultants, whether even you're an agency, soccer moms, brick and mortar businesses, pretty much anyone, again, as I mentioned, with an idea, something that they can share with others, even if it's one step more than what someone else knows, in their eyes, you're an expert. Okay. So, I mean, it pretty much doesn't matter what it is that you do, but if they can benefit from your ideas and your success and your background history, then this is exactly who that's for. So today we want to talk about 6 different massive explosion takeaways. It's pretty much an exact step-by-step system that a lot of experts use. We use the same thing to build instant 6-figure online businesses through online courses. Okay. I've built online courses. I have my Facebook ads for complete newbies that I launched with. It's been recently rebranded, but it's still pretty much the same concept. I've built that into a pretty big, successful 6-figure course. James has also done the exact same thing, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But you're going to be able to do it even if you have a limited time, budget, and technical skills, which is something that a lot of people in the back of their mind, they kind of struggle with. They're like, you know what? I don't have the time to do this. I don't have the money. I don't have, I guess there's no sides playing.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I wanted to make sure.
Right. Yeah, let us know, guys, once you see the slides.
Okay, cool. I think they can see now.
Anybody want to confirm real quick and chime in to make sure that it's working properly?
Hold on one second. I want to, there we go. Okay, now you guys should see the slide, even though Danny talks.
How about now, guys?
Not yet?
Nope, still me smiling.
Okay, hold on. Let me do share.
There we go.
Oh, okay, now they can see the screen, they said. Yeah, because there's a little bit of a delay.
How about now?
Now it's just you.
Okay, there is a slight delay. Let me try this.
Yeah, they say that you had it working perfectly a second ago. All right, so let's wait. James just changed the picture. What about now?
But it shows the slides on the side.
That's fine. Okay, I think they're saying they can see it now.
You good? We're good? I think we're in business. All right. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. So again, as I was mentioning before, a lot of times we have in the back of our minds, we have self-doubt. We tell ourselves and in our family and other people that we don't have the time, we don't have the money, and we definitely, some of us don't even have the technical skills or know-how to be able to, launch an online course. So even if you don't have any of that or it's limited, it doesn't matter. Okay. And the third thing that we want to do is validate people who want your course, who want your information, who want to buy from you. So that way your launch doesn't flop.
All right, next slide.
Okay. So the fourth massive takeaway that we're going to discuss is how to get your online course recognized instantly so you can make your first sale. Making your first sale is one of the, it's, to be honest, if you've never sold anything online, it's probably one of the most daunting things that you can struggle with, because you're like, you know, what if I fail? What if that? What if this? What if that? So you're going to have lots of doubts, right? So we just want to make it super easy for any of these doubts to kind of just vanish, to go away, to drop out of your mind, so you can have your first sale when you launch your online course. The fifth takeaway is how to get easy, instant leads for your course. So there's always someone like kind of looking at it. What you want to do is have, you know, eyeballs looking at your course all the time, and you need leads, obviously, in order to feed into your funnel so your course can sell. So we want to definitely show you guys how to do just that. And the sixth massive takeaway is our most effective marketing secrets for scaling, you know, the sales of your course.
Let me see if I can do a, how about if, okay.
Quality, right? Is it the quality?
I think only a couple people are saying that, and I just said that with YouTube, guys, you can select the little gear. It's a little round gear on the bottom right-hand corner. When you hit that little gear, it'll pop up a menu, and you can select the quality, and just select the highest quality option that you have. That should increase your viewership for sure.
Okay.
So, okay, I think next slide. I think you're muted, Danny.
Okay, there. I thought I heard some background. Okay, all right, guys. So for today, you know, with this free webinar training that we're going through, we don't have anything for sale for you guys. We're not going to pitch you a course. We're not pitching you a program that you can buy after this web training or anything like that. So don't worry about that. Well, you know, our intention really here with this training and the last one that we did is just to provide you guys value that you can take this and start implementing this for yourself. But what we are going to give you guys, it's a free gift at the very end that's worth $297. Okay. So I think that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Okay. So is this you? You know, if this is you, if this is, you know, if you have something that people want, something that people need, you know, that you can help them with this, or you can change them or their business or their life this way, you know, that you won't be satisfied until you get it out, then this is something that you're going to need, you know, and that's something that this will help you with.
Next.
Yep. But you don't, right? Again, this kind of goes with what I talked earlier. You don't know where to start. You don't know a proven system. You don't know the technical side of, you know, how to build and how to sell it, you know, which goes into the next bullet point that I mentioned. But I think one of the most important things that we want to fix is just the self-doubt. I think a lot of people struggle with self-doubt, you know, confidence, fear of failing, all that stuff the most. So that's something that we, you know, we want to help you with. And that's what James will be talking about here in just a second. So obviously, you know, all these types of problems are real, right? We've all been through it. I've been through it myself. James has also been through it. So you just need someone to kind of just walk with you and help you and answer some of those questions. So once you've learned this, then you're also going to be able to have an entire system. You're going to have all the secret, all the hacks, how to get the easy leads, how to tell the world about your course, about your product that you have, and you're going to know how to do it quickly. But most importantly is that you're going to be able to reach your dreams. Okay. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'd be surprised because everyone here pretty much knows me, but 2 Combo Club Award winner. I just got that. I think it was about just a month ago. You know, I've built 6 and 7-figure online businesses for myself and also my clients. And a lot of you are from my group, which is the Entrepreneur Hustle, which is one of the fastest growing entrepreneur groups on Facebook. And either tonight or tomorrow, we should be hitting about 30,000 members in 9 months, which is, I believe, an amazing accomplishment. And for those of you who don't know my business partner, Mr. James Smiley, he's the most in-demand B2B high-ticket digital marketer out there. He's a top-rated under 40 years old entrepreneur. He's from, you know, he's built Silicon Valley IPOs, executive business growth advisor. Some of his clients that he's worked with is AT&T, Facebook, Amazon, and also Motorola. So I'll go ahead and take it. I'll give the presentation over to James, and he's going to go through some of the 12 steps, some 12-step checklists that he has for you regarding all this information.
Cool. Thanks, Danny. All right, guys. So we're going to dive right in now. Like I said, and like we were marketing and talking about, this is not going to be one of those typical, hey, let me show you just some big results, secrets, and then you're not going to know at all how to do it. Okay. You're literally about to learn exactly how to do it. Depending on what experts me and Danny have learned from, we really came down to about 8 to 12 big steps that everyone teaches. And we put them all in here, and you're going to get them all, okay? We're trying to change the game in information marketing, where we're just going to give you guys exactly what you need to start growing and to start, developing your business, okay? So what I would like to know is this first question, or the first step, okay, for you to develop your online course is this question of the first thing you need to do is, who are you going to serve? Okay. Now, even if you don't know exactly who you're going to serve right now, I want you to type in the chat box. Tell me that I want you to have, even if it's a placeholder customer or a fictitious customer right now in your head, I want you to type in the chat box, who do you want to serve? Okay, so it could be you could be a coach, right? You could be trying to serve a certain type of business person. You could be trying to serve a soccer mom. You could be trying to serve like there's people in our group who they want to serve children who don't know how to read. Maybe you want to build a course on something in the outdoors, whatever. So it could be anything. I helped somebody develop a course on how to build soap in your garage and sell the process, right? And this person, makes $400, $500, $600 a month selling a course on how to build soap in your garage. Okay. So chat in the chat box right now. Number one, like you guys know, we want to make sure that you guys are here and engaged. We probably will stop doing these if for any reason like there's no engagement. Okay, we're like me and Danny, we know this stuff. We're not here to tell each other. So hey, I appreciate you guys jumping in. So Cody says martial arts, MMA gyms, love that one. Edward says small business owners who need niche hacking. That's a really awesome one. Randy says I want to service. Hold on, it's moving too fast now. I want to service. Actually, Danny, do you want to try to read some of these?
Yeah.
Can you come back?
Can you hear me now?
On the voice? Yeah.
Okay, right.
Do you want to read something? Maybe start from Randy because it's moving too fast on my phone now.
No, that's cool. So let me go up here. Right. So the first one was Cody. So Cody wants to serve martial artists, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA gyms. They definitely need the help. Edward wants to focus on small business owners who need niche hacking. Also a very unique industry as well there. Good job on that. Randy wants to service Excel freelancers who just want to become independently wealthy. Excel's a great niche, and there's definitely lots of money to be made in that. Andy wants to service roofers that need trained salespeople so they can grow their business. Roofers, awesome. Also a very specialized industry that there's tons of money to be made on that. And then Ryan wants to focus on credit repair for mortgage qualification. Mortgage also a big niche. It's what I made my 2 Comma Club award in. So props for that.
Dude.
So if there's anyone else who hasn't mentioned anything, just feel free to share, who you guys want to serve.
So even if you don't know, just pick something. Say, I want to serve people with cats. Say something, because what I'm going to take you through is the exact process, and the way you're going to learn it is by going through it with us here. Okay. So you have to kind of have this first one down in order for this to make sense. Okay. Do we have any others, Danny?
There was another one, a small business and independent entrepreneurs who can benefit from online sales systems and funnels.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so if you haven't put yours in, please drop something in. And then, so here's the thing. So this is an old Dan Kennedy line where, he's always said, you want to start out with something very simple. Now there's all these customer avatar profiles and all this stuff. And I'm telling you the simplest way to do it. The way we want to teach you guys is the simple, quick way to do it. Like if you want to do it in 30 days, right? Or you want to do it in 2 weeks, like how would you actually do that? Okay, so here's the thing. So you say, I serve, and then your customer who needs blank. Okay, and that's key. You have to say, what is the problem you're solving? Okay. Now, if you miss this, or if you don't put value in this, when you come up with your sales copy, your headlines, everything's going to be confusing. Okay. So, do we have any more, Danny? I see I see it kind of going off here a little bit.
Right. Yes. Laura mentioned how to use a GoPro course with Case as a bonus. Definitely very
Wow, good one.
Tons of people who use GoPro, so that's a good one as well. Damon mentioned learn how, I guess, a course on how to be an event DJ. That's a really great one.
Nice one, nice one.
I like that one.
Okay, cool. So right now on a piece of paper, wherever you want, in the chat box, like you don't have to give away all your secrets or whatever, but somewhere, I want you to write that down. Even if you're on your phone, write it and text it to yourself. Say, I serve this customer, right? I serve GoPro users who need what? Like what do they need? What do they need help with? What's the problem that you solve? Okay, this is extremely important, because if you don't state the problem, then what I'm about to tell you next is not going to make any sense. Okay, it's going to become much more difficult to move forward. This is so fundamental, but I'm telling you, this is like the cornerstone of having a successful course, is being able to say this in one sentence. Okay, you'll hear people say, like Russell Brunson, I love how he says this is called your one thing, right? This is the big idea, your main theme. Okay, so people say, well, what's your course about? I serve GoPro users who have a problem with blank, or I serve people who need credit repair or whatever, right? Like so make sure you write this down. Okay, I think Audrey says e-commerce. That's another awesome one, huge one. Okay, so let's go to number 2. So once you got this down, now you're ready. Now you're ready to start moving. So you'll see how this starts to waterfall. Okay, the second thing that we've learned that experts teach when they're teaching course development. Now, there's a number of ways to come up with course content, but the best way that I've ever seen is I actually learned this, I don't know, maybe 8 years ago or something at a Mike Koenig's event. And if you guys know who he is, but he taught this thing that you can create content with 10 to 20 easy questions. So here's this exercise, okay? What you need to do is you need to come up with at least 10, but ideally 15, 17, 20, come up with at least 10 to 15 questions that people ask you about the sentence you just came up with, okay? So if you don't know how to get started, some of you are creative and you're just gonna start going. But if you don't know how to get started, the easy questions to write down are, what is it? What do you do? Why is it different? Why do I need it? How much does it cost? Why is it worth that? What problem does it solve? We asked that one, right? Who is it for, right? Like, what type of GoPro user is it for? How advanced does somebody have to be in MMA to be successful in this, right? You know, what type of freelancer would this benefit? Why should they buy this over something else, right? So all the questions that if you were to jump on and you were to just jump on a call and you could get in front of 10 of your ideal customers, okay, and they're right there, they're your prospects, okay, if you can get in front of them and say, I serve you because you have this problem, what are the things they're going to start saying to you? What are the limiting beliefs in their head going to be? Okay, that's what you want these questions to be about. Okay, now if you're tracking with me and moving forward here, you can see how what you're doing here, friends, is you're coming up with modules. Okay, you're coming up with course material because the answers to these questions is as simple as it is to create a course. And I can also tell you, creating a book is just this simple because you just outlined the 15 chapters of your book. Okay, you just came up with the 15 video modules. If you want to hold a mastermind on e-commerce, on DJing, on small business independent entrepreneurs, now you've got 15 topics that you can talk about. If you want to bring in a guest speaker, he or she can come in and talk about one of these topics. Okay, do you see how powerful this is? Jump in the chat box and let me know if you're tracking with me on this. Okay, I don't want to move through. Once again, this is for you. We want this information to get into your head. Let me know if you're with me on this. Okay, these questions are extremely powerful. Now, some of these questions, you guys, are going to be questions that your customer may not know to ask you. Okay, a big Steve Jobs quote, okay, who obviously made the iPhone and things like that, is he said, if I would have asked my customers what they want their phone to do, they would have said a BlackBerry or a little bit better than a BlackBerry. So he had to be innovative and think, what do they really want, right? So some of these questions are questions that people will ask you, but some of these questions are questions that they should ask you. They just don't know what you do, right? They don't know why your karate is better than somebody else, or they don't even know what karate is, or they don't know why it benefits them, right? Cody says, can we get these slides? That's the freebie, Cody. If you stay to the end, you'll get all these slides. In fact, this right here, I think the cheapest course I've ever seen that actually goes through all these details was $297. So we're just going to give these to you guys just for hanging out with us. Okay. So yes, you guys will get this. Okay. Danny, are we good on the comments? I see the comments raining in here.
Yeah, we're good so far. I'm just engaging with people on the comments.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to keep going for time, but this is really powerful. Okay. Now, honestly, I could spend like a whole day, not a day, but I could spend a couple hours literally telling you the different psychologies of these questions. But trust me, if you just get 15 questions, you're going to be moving you're going to be moving so far forward. It's not even funny. Okay. How fast you'll move forward with all the time. You're thinking about, well, what do I build my course on? Well, what do I, okay. We just like the first question is we set like the cornerstone of the foundation. This right here is all the other building blocks. Okay. So now you've got a complete foundation to build your house on, to build your business on, whatever it is. Okay. So let's go to the third one. So the third one here is now you want to go from questions to instant content. Okay. So how do you do that? Very simple, incredibly simple. You need a friend or a tripod or something. And if you don't have a camera, grab your phone. Okay, I would just say have like one of the newer, phones in the last year or so, but grab your phone and sit down on a couch or go to a coffee shop and sit outside, have something with a decent background, okay? And all you need to do is have somebody ask you those questions, and all you need to do is answer those questions, okay? So here's what you do. You start with question number 1, and somebody says, Derek or Damon or Andy or Cody, Ryan, what is it that you do? That's simple, right? And trust me, you guys can talk for at least 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 minutes on what you do, right? So you record that, just dump it all out. Don't worry about getting it right in the sequence. You're just starting, okay? Just dump it all out. Trust me, you just want to go, like if you can talk for 20 minutes on every question, perfect, okay? Some of you guys are going, oh, I can definitely talk for 20 minutes. And some of you are going, I don't know if I could talk for 5. That's okay, okay? All you need to do is get somebody to grab their phone and start asking you these questions. Now, don't worry about all the quality just yet. This isn't like the final material, but what you're doing here is you're creating instant contact or content. Okay, you guys getting this? Like, do you see the power of how fast this can work? This is why you can do it in a week, in 2 weeks, and in you know, like when I started our B2B Funnel Secrets product, I actually got a call from a friend named Steve Larson. He said, "Hey man, I need to have you on this podcast to talk about this." But he goes, "This is so hot." He's like, "You need to have a course." And I said, "I don't have a course." And he said, "But you have a system you've talked to me about." I go, "Yeah, but I don't have a course." And he's like, "Okay, well, I need a podcast to record you tomorrow." And he said, "I'm going to publish it in like 10 days. I was like, 10 days? Guess how I came up with the course? Right here. Okay. You can come up with a course in literally, if you really wanted to, you could do it in like a couple days. Like, you can come up with all those questions, and then you could get somebody to record you the same day, and then you could fill out the rest of these steps, and you could do it in a few days. That's how fast. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to shape it, how to refine it, how to make it better, how to make it something you can price, all that stuff. But just hang with me here, okay? Okay, so you get your stuff, you start recording, and what you're doing here is you're just creating content, okay? Now, what you want to do is, I'm sorry, I'll stay here on 3. You want to take those videos, and you can transfer them, or technically they call it rip them into audio. That's just I shouldn't even put that there. You just you know, you can put them into Camtasia or Microsoft Movie Maker, anything, any free video editor, and you can export them as audio only. So now you have the video and you have the audio, okay? And you can go to Danny, what's the transcription site we use? Isn't it like Rev?
Yep, it's rev.com. I'll type it in the chat so you guys can have it, but it's what, $1 per minute? Super, super cheap.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have 2 hours worth of content that you recorded, so 120 minutes, you're talking this would cost you like $120 to get the transcripts done. That's right, Danny? It's $1, right?
Right.
I think it's
it's $1.
Okay.
Per minute.
Okay. So guys, that's $120. Okay. Now think about what you can do with 15 videos, 15 audios, aka podcasts, aka blah. I mean, I can keep going on, right? AKA upsell, aka order bump, right? With the transcript, aka meme quotes, aka book, aka manual, aka checklist. See what I'm saying? Okay. Type in yes. Go ahead.
No, I was going to mention cheat sheets as well. So you can, you know,
cheat sheet
lesson give away the
mind map. Yeah. Free right. Option. You guys jump in the chat if you're going boom or like whatever. Like, let me know if you're getting this. So like, I'm not the only one excited right now. I mean, this stuff is awesome. When I think about how fast it can go, this is how content creators do it, guys. Okay, this is how big time people are doing it. Is they're creating this content incredibly fast on the fly. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna keep moving here, but you guys jump in the chat box. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up or yes or whatever. Right. You guys. Okay. Boom. Super awesome. Sweet. Okay. Cool. Okay. Here we go. Step 4. Okay. Okay, so I know, you know, just because you record something and you can splurt out 20 minutes, I see all these messages now. Good. Ryan says, not easy, but that's simple. Let me know what you mean by that, Ryan. I want to make sure that we are nailing it. And being crystal clear here. Cool. Getting it. Okay, cool. Ryan, okay, so iTech says, I feel you, Ryan. It's getting overcomplicated in my head. Okay. I don't understand what you mean by it's getting overcomplicated in your head. when you rip it to audio, all you do is, I mean, you can just go to YouTube, look up Microsoft Movie Maker export in audio only, and there's probably like 1,000 videos that are like 2 to 4 minutes long that'll show you how to do it. Okay. Ripping them to audio was one of the simplest things you can do. There's incredibly a lot of information out there on how to do it easy and cheap. If this seems complicated, then I would question if you know your topic, honestly. Okay, because like if this is your passion and you're an expert, how could you you should be able to answer like the top 10 questions, right? Like the top 10 FAQs, you should be able to answer the top 10 questions, okay? So, and that's fine. If this isn't for you, I totally get it. But, for some of you, like this is what you need to take your business to the next level. And you are a content creator. You can come up with questions. You can record them in front of the camera. And it becomes super, super easy when you do it this way. Okay. The other thing you can do is you can record these through your PC camera, and you can use slides. Okay, so you can answer the question and record the screen through the slides. Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep moving. Danny, let me know if there's any outstanding questions that we need to answer, or we can clarify at the end. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and jot anything down. That way we could kind of go through and we could do some Q&As at the end.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the next thing that people do here, and this is extremely important. I would say I see more experts doing this now than ever before. Like 2 years ago, I never saw anybody do this. This is very common now. Okay, is in order for you to get more comfortable with your content, for you to truly crystallize your content, you want to be able to teach your content. Okay, so how do you teach your content? Right? You can't get on stage somewhere. You can't get on a big podcast. You can't, like, how do you teach it? Well, you want to do a validation test in front of like 5 to 10 family members. Do it at your house. Grab people from your local community center, or your family, or your friends, or your extended friends, or your cousins, or your church friends, or whatever. Like, grab people that you know and say, hey, I'm going to do a training on this topic, and I was wondering if you wanted to come check it out. And it's something that I'm going to sell. I might sell it for whatever, X thousands of dollars or whatever, or hundreds of dollars or whatever. But guys, I'm going to do it for free. I'm going to teach you all about it. Okay. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to help you with your confidence. Okay. This is going to help you with your delivery. And friends, the more that you share your stuff, the clearer it's going to get. And this is a really easy way for you to do it in a non-threatening atmosphere, where even if you mess up, you stop, whatever, you need to take a break, like no one's going to be mad. Okay. They didn't pay, whatever. But I would encourage you to stand up and present. Now, you could do this on a webinar if you want. Okay. You absolutely could do this on a webinar. You could tell your friends, hey, I'm going to do this, this Facebook Live, or this, not a Facebook Live, but you could say like, hey, I'm going to do a Google Hangout, which is really called YouTube Live now. That's free, right? That's actually what we're using here. You can say, hey, do you want to join? And I want to teach my stuff. Okay. So what you do in this format is you typically are going to go back to the first recording you did and think through, like, what are some slides. And I wouldn't make the slides really heavy with text, but I would come up with slides that allow you to, like, your slides are essentially like notes. They're almost like speaker notes. Okay. See how these slides, most of the slide is white. Okay. A slide that's completely full of text is not, it's almost like that's not even why PowerPoint was created. Okay. So here's another thing you want to do, guys, is I see a lot of experts doing this, where this session they will also record. And because what's going to happen is in this recording and the first recording you did, there's going to be a lot of really good nuggets, And you're probably going to say it in this recording slightly different than you did in the last recording. Okay, so what you're doing here is you're creating content, guys. If you want to be a course creator and create a 6-figure course or a course that impacts people or changes people's lives, like, you've got to be good at presenting your stuff and motivating people, right? And so these two methods are incredibly easy, and they're free, guys. They're free. Like, the hardest, like, the easiest thing to forget is stuff that's free, but the stuff that really can set you apart is doing these easy free options that are going to allow you to really get good at what you're doing. Okay, but you could see this is not inconceivable. Like, if you wanted to do everything I just showed you in like 3 or 4 days, you can do all of that in 3 or 4 days, right? You can get the questions, you can record your lessons in front of the camera at a coffee shop, and then you can do a seminar the next day. Super simple. Even if you only had 3 people there. Okay, I have done these, and I wish I had a photo of this. I have done these and I recorded on my cell phone, on a tripod, and the cell phone's kind of like up front by me, so you can capture some of the audio, and yeah, and so anyway, but I'm telling you, this right here helps you go miles and miles ahead. Okay, cool. So that's how you validate, and you're going to really start to crystallize your content, so it really gets good. So your presentation's good. So people are excited, okay, when they hear you and they hear your voice. It's not the first time you've ever done it. Okay. Okay, cool. And then, so step number 5 is you want to update your course and include kind of your big hook. So somewhere in there now, with all the materials, right now you're kind of in the middle. Okay. But you've set this massive foundation and framed up all the stuff that you can do. And now I'm going to be honest, like, if you go through these steps, you're truly moving into like an expert area in what you're talking about. Because guess how many people that are into, GoPros or MMA or mortgages or credit or e-commerce, like DJing, like, guess how many of them have done this stuff, have recorded 15 sessions on it, have presented those 15 sessions to somebody? Not very many people have. And so you're just by doing this, you're becoming a practitioner in your own stuff. And that's how you're going to be successful. That's how it's going to sell. That's how you're going to have passion, and you're going to have clarity when you go to really present it. Okay? So you want to kind of pull it all together, clarify, collect feedback. One thing I would do is at the end of every session, I would ask people if they have any questions, and make sure you record the questions, because those are all things that you want to include in your stuff, in your content at this point. Okay, you want to make sure every question is addressed in the material, so that you don't have to let them ask the question again. Okay? All right, cool. Are we okay, Danny? Any other big questions or anything?
No, I mean, there was a question, well, more like a little statement earlier, but no, we're good. We're good. I'll let you know cool. If there's anything. Awesome.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so number 6 is I've seen a lot of the course guys out there, gals and guys doing this, is they're now teaching, and I believe in this 100%. They're teaching to do like a beta launch, or Jeff Walker would call it the internal product launch, or whatever you want to call it. But it's that internal launch to friendly customers who will pay. And I would encourage you to do this in a live fashion, okay? Where what you're doing here is, so let me give you an example of what this is, okay? I did a Facebook Live, I think it was in the 4th quarter of last year, maybe the 1st quarter this year, and I went on Facebook Live and I said, hey, I'm going to teach how I built a Facebook like page to 100,000 customers for a client, and how I did it quickly and efficiently, and it did not cost very much money. Okay. Now, in that response, I invited people to join me for a webinar, and I got like, I don't know, I think there was like 16 or 10, 12, 16, depending on the time. And what I did was I got on that webinar, and now I had been through this process, and now I went to this beta launch, and I just asked those guys to pay. Yes, somebody says beta masterclass. That's exactly what this is. This is truly this is becoming a masterclass. That is actually a very good word to use. Now, do you see, like, if you would have just went right to this and told people to pay, that's why you feel bad. That's why, like, you don't have the confidence, because you've never done it. You don't know what it's worth. You don't know how good your content is. You haven't really crystallized it. You think they're going to have a lot of questions, because they probably are. But when you come to this and you've done these other quick little things, now you're ready to go. Like, your confidence is there. You feel better about presenting it. And so I would just do something small. The point of this is not to make money. The point of this is to get people who could be potential actual clients to come and listen to it. Okay. So I would do the same thing. I would present it. I think even Amy Porterfield and all the big course people, I don't want to name all the names, but all the big guys and gals that are out there doing courses, they specifically talk about this. So I'm telling you, like, if you guys think like I'm just throwing random things out there, no, this is what I did for mine. This is what people like Danny did. I have another one out there called Texas Pond Fishing Secrets. It's for fishing. Like, this works in anything, guys. Okay, all the ones that you guys said, this works for. Okay, so yeah, so okay, so this is the same format. You basically you probably have 10, 12, 15 modules, and you'll have them really crystallized. And it would be, to me, it's cool if I can do it in front of people. If I can book a room at the library, and or book a meetup.com and advertise a meetup.com. I'm going to have a training at the library on this topic, and it's I don't know, you could say it's $10 or something. But like, if you can get people to show up like that, even if you got like 3, 4, 5 people, I'm telling you, that's a massive, massive validation that you are truly becoming an expert. Like, people are willing to drive across, like, even if 3 people who have no clue who you are willing to drive across town to come listen to you, this is huge, And so now, if you want, you totally can do this online. You can promote it in your Facebook page, whatever. Tell people, hey, Friday I'm doing this, or Saturday morning, or whatever you want. And yeah, and you get on there and present your stuff. The key thing is record it again. Okay, make sure you record it. So now you're truly becoming a content creator, because you're creating content and content and content. And every time you record, you're getting more and more stuff. Okay, you wonder when these guys do these big launches, how they have all this material. They have all kinds of upsells and downsells and cross sells. All they do is they've gone through all these different steps. Jeff Walker calls it the product launch formula. Some other guy calls it the beta, alpha, whatever. Like, there's all the different ways to call the product launch. But when you go through these in the right way, you're not just doing the repetition, but you're actually creating content, so that now when you do a real launch, you can say, okay, these 12 modules are so valuable. This is actually the course. Those other 3 are my upsell, and those other 2 are my lead magnet. Do you see what I'm saying? Or you can have multiple lead magnets. You can test cheat sheets and all different kinds of lead magnets, right? You can test videos and you can throw podcasts out there, like all that stuff with what I just showed you. Okay. So let's go to number 7. So number 7 is take that content, diversify it, make sure that your audio, you're doing video, audio, and transcript. Okay, so that's simple, but make sure you do it. It's easy to do. It takes you like, one afternoon or a couple hours in the evening to take your videos, upload them into anything, Microsoft Movie Maker for free, or the free stuff on Mac, and then just hit file, export as audio only. Okay, if you don't know how to do it, just go to YouTube and it'll tell you exactly how to do it. Okay, transcript, like I said, Danny just posted where to do that, but it's super cheap to get that done. Okay. The cool thing about everything I just said, friends, is this is almost all free. Like, this is not like you just spent $20,000, right? Like, this is all free. So, okay, so the pricing strategy. What I have seen, what I have learned is don't start out really low. I think when you start out low, and I've tried this, I did outsourcing for entrepreneurs, I did ultimate influencer stuff, I did all kinds of stuff, courses. Whenever I started out low, it became very difficult for me in my own head and for clients and people who knew me when I tried to up the price. Okay, trust me, it is way easier to say you're doing a blowout on a $997 course and you're giving it away for $500. It's easier to sell that than to have a $100 course that now you want to sell for $500. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I just told you guys, for those of you who are action takers on this call, and I believe if you're staying on right now, you are, right? Why else would you be on? Like, what I just told you right there is going to make you a lot of money, because trust me, start out high, don't start out low. Okay, even in your own head, it's going to be difficult for you to justify everything. If you start, like I did one course one time, and I started out at $37 because I just wanted to see what would happen. Well, then when I wanted to sell it for $400, $500, it was hard for me in my head to justify that, right? And then, clients and people who thought about buying it in the past and whatever, right? Like it's a lot I'm just saying it's a lot more difficult to go up. It's much easier to go down. And when you do go down, it becomes a fire sell on the way down. Actually make momentum as you're going down. You're going to sell versus jacking it up. It's 10 times harder to sell when you jack the price up. And number 3, don't ever give it away for free. Guys, free is not selling. I'm not going to harp on that. But you're not, don't give your course away for free. Give something else away for free, not your course. Okay. Okay, number 9. The one thing that makes your course just go bonkers is if you have great bonus content. Okay. Now here's the secret with bonuses. Okay. I learned this in a $3,000 Mike Phil. Same thing. I learned this. I think even Russell Brunson talks about it. Your bonuses want to be the full value of what you're charging. Okay. If you can sell it in somebody's mind that bonus right there alone is worth the $397 or whatever the course is going to be, if you can sell them that bonus is worth it, people are going to come flying in. Okay. So you want to try to have high quality or bonuses that add that are in addition to the core of what you're selling. Okay. So at this point, you should be whittling down your course to like the key fundamental modules that somebody needs to get this done or to learn this tactic or whatever. Okay, move everything else out and move all those things into bonuses or freemiums, or lead magnets. Okay, that's what I mean by freemium. Okay, so you can use different sections of the recordings. You're going to have great pieces from the very first recording. You're going to have some awesome clips. You're going to, so all those clips, cut them into clips, and you might end up with like 12 good clips, and there could be a bonus that says the 12 secret blah 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 that we didn't include in the course, but those 12 things, and show them the headlines, right? Why you shouldn't do that, what to do in this situation, right? Like drive all those really good headlines, and maybe those videos and those clips are only like 2 minutes, maybe they're 10 minutes, maybe they're whatever, but as long as the content is legitimate and you can tie a real headline to it, you can create really nice bonus content just off of all the stuff you just did. This is the part where people get hung up, where they can't sell their course because they don't have any bonuses. Okay. if you have bonuses, it helps off, because no matter what, when they go to buy your stuff, they're going to have limiting beliefs. They're going to think, I need that. I don't need that. I kind of need 3. I don't need 4. I kind of need 5. So they're devaluing what you're selling in their head. No matter, and you won't know, like you can't eliminate all of those, right? You try, but you won't be able to. Well, bonuses supplement all that. That's the psychological advantage of bonuses. Okay, you go to buy a car and they don't have the color leather you want, but they got a free hot dog for the kids even, right? Like, or the free popcorn. Like, that's why they throw all those things in. Okay, and it's the same psychology online. Okay. The other thing I would say about bonuses is try not to spend a lot of work developing these. Try to outsource them. There's really good resources with VAs and things like that. Like if you need to make something into a checklist or whatever, there's really good resources to get that done. Okay. All right, guys, we are almost done. So step 10 is, like I said, create your freemiums. So this is a step that I've actually seen course creation courses that don't even talk about this. And this is why people create courses and they don't sell. Is because you've got to have great leads coming in. You have to have people becoming aware that your stuff exists, right? And you don't have to pay for ads if you don't want to and starting out. But like if you put, the link to your course on your Facebook banner, on your personal page, and it just says, basically it says, buy my course, that's going to be hard for somebody who's not even thinking about it. And they're on Facebook. They're not on an e-commerce site where they're going to buy. That's a hard decision for that. That's why your course doesn't sell. But if you said, hey, I've got a video training on this, and this about GoPros, or about the 4 lessons in MMA that every child should know before they go back to school on Monday, or whatever, right? And you've created all these things, and that's part of your freemium. Now they opt in, and now they're into your lead system where you can start introducing them to your course. Okay, so that's the whole psychology of how you get it to roll. And you always want new people every single day or week learning about your course. And the reason they'll learn about it is because you have a great freemium. Okay, so you might have to play with some of these. Put one on your Facebook banner, or put one out there, whatever. Try it for a week. If it doesn't get response, change the headline. If that doesn't work, change it out. Go to a cheat sheet. Go to have somebody interview you, right? That's so easy. Have somebody interview you on the topic, and just tell them, hey, just interview me. Just come up with whatever questions. Just interview me. Say, hey, this is an exclusive interview I did at the Hilton Hotel, whatever, right? And that could be your freemium. Okay. Okay, cool. And then 11. Okay, now this is the technical side. Okay, and there's a lot here, but I want to tell you that this is simpler than you think if you take it one thing at a time. Okay, the other thing you can do here is, for very low cost, you can get people to help you, or especially like for this first bullet, like when it comes to just the technical side, I guarantee you know people who, know how to operate a camera or can hold a smartphone up, that kind of thing. Here's the stuff that I use. I use my smartphone. I get on Amazon and I search for a 7-foot tripod. There's tripods for about $35. The good ones are about $40. They're $39.99. Okay. I want a 7-foot one because I'm 6'2", and depending on where I'm at, I may want the camera. You always want the camera at eye level. Okay. Or slightly above eye level or eye level. You don't really want it below in general. Okay. It depends a little bit on different, maybe your body shapes and stuff, but in general, you want an eye level or higher, just slightly higher. This is a Boya microphone. You can get it on Amazon. It's $19.99. It has a 20-foot extension. Okay. So for all those stand-ups that I was telling you about, I've got my phone, I've got the Boya mic plugged in, and I'm getting perfect audio quality even though I'm 10 feet away from my phone. Okay. So, and my phone is on a tripod. The other thing is, if you want to get good lighting, which is key, if you're going to record yourself, the best light kit to buy that's cheap and that's simple is a ring light. one. There's an 18-inch ring light. They're like $100. I think they're like $115. Now, and that's like if you now you don't have to get into lighting, you don't have to do it live, you don't have to record live, right? But I'm just saying, I just threw that in there because a lot of people say like, well, James, how do you always get pretty good lighting? I only have one light. Now I have a whole light kit and all that stuff in my house, but it's in another side of my house. In my office, in my studio, I just have a ring light. Okay. And then there's the softwares. All these are free. I think Camtasia is like $200 on Windows. I'm not sure what it is, but Mac has a free software. Microsoft Movie Maker is the free one for those. Okay. And then so now to do the tech stuff with the funnels and stuff, if you don't know this, I would either recommend that you try to learn it slowly, or that you just partner with somebody, okay? But you can partner with people who are good at just doing this, and they can take your videos, upload them, and all those things, and put them in the membership site for, in the hundreds of dollars, okay? You don't need, now if you want like a super fancy one, yeah, you can spend $10,000 on a site if you want, okay? But this stuff, like this stuff you don't have to do, okay? You can have somebody else do it. Another big thing about courses is the support, okay? Having great support. And like we use the Talk.io app. It's free. It plugs into your site and allows for chat to pop up. So when people are in your membership area, they can chat. When people are on your sales page, they can chat. Okay, they can ask questions, those kind of things, okay? If you really go big, one that we use, that I use for a lot of my agency clients, is we use Rhino Support. If you just Google that, it costs money, but you can outsource all of your customer support, ticketing. They'll monitor talk, all that stuff, and it's like I never even touch all that stuff when I'm dealing with a bigger client. I want to say they're like $100, maybe $150 a month or something like that. Okay. So those are the elements right there. Okay, for the tech setup. Damon says, "Do you know the model of the Boya?" Just search for Boya mic, Boya smartphone mic. And it's you'll see it. It's $19.99. It comes up every time, and it has a 20-foot cord. It has a little battery compartment on the wire. There's like a little watch type of battery that goes in there, and you know that you have a microphone that fits in a smartphone. The little end piece that plugs in, it has to have 3 stripes on it. If it has 2 stripes or 1 stripe, it's not going to work on your phone. Okay. Okay. Somebody's asking about JVs. Okay, I happen to be going there. You're thinking in right alignment for sure. Okay. Last one. The marketing. Okay. Now I've seen courses on how to do courses, and they don't talk to you about marketing, and that just tells me they don't care if you really sell, which is horrible. Okay. The worst thing you want to do is go through all this stuff and no one buys it. Okay. So the simple and easy things I would tell you is anything you publish when you're going live, make sure you have consistent branding across everything. So similar, you want to have the same fonts, all this is like community college branding stuff. Okay. This is not complicated, but just make sure you have consistent branding. What I would do to start generating traffic right away, okay, is just use social media if you don't have money, okay? And I'm not saying like just post, people like, oh, I use social media, it didn't work. What'd you do? I posted on my Facebook page. How many friends do you have? 300. Okay. Did you? That's why you didn't get any engagement, because you have no engagement on your Facebook page, and you put it on a page with no engagement. There's groups, there's like pages, there's meetup.com, there's you can go to LinkedIn and find MMA groups and business groups and entrepreneur groups, and you can jump and believe it or not, guys, is something that I use for every one of my clients is LinkedIn. Most LinkedIn groups are free-for-alls. Like if you want to go in there and promote, most LinkedIn group organizers will let you post. I really shouldn't have said that, but it is true. Like, I don't know why. It's like they're like 5 years behind Facebook groups, but they think it's cool over there to post links. So you can go over there and promote your stuff pretty fast. Okay. Usually you have to be in my coaching program to say that, but I just totally gave that up. So go for it. Okay. That's what you get for staying on the call. All right. What I teach people to get your very first sale of any digital product. Okay. The very first sale is easier than you think. And this is a massive, massive hack that is used a little bit. I see more and more people doing it now, but we've been doing it for a while, is to use PM engagement or private messaging engagement, and then try to get them on the phone. Okay. Let me tell you, I love Russell Brunson. I love ClickFunnels, but I'm going to tell you, get them on the phone. If you get them on the phone, statistically, I've seen data at big companies, okay? If you can get somebody on the phone, if you really suck at selling, you can sell 1 in 5 people. That's serious. If you really suck, like if you don't know how to sell, all you have to do is explain it. Don't even try to sell them if you suck. Okay? It's okay if you suck. Not everybody's supposed to be good at selling. But just get them on the phone. If you get them on the phone, trust me, you can sell 1 in 5 people if they take the time to get on the phone with you about that topic, okay? So when you engage them, this is a big part, because in the beginning, guys, we told you there were 6 takeaways. This was one of the 6. I want to make sure you really understand this. The way that most of you, because you don't have time to build funnels, or you know how to build them, but you just don't have time, or you don't know technically how to do it. Forget all that for a second, okay? Like, yeah, to scale and create a $100,000 a year automated business, of course you need a funnel. But to get your first sell and to get a client and to feel good about it and to get yourself rolling, you don't need all that, okay? Just engage with people on PMs. And so to engage with them on PMs, you can engage with them in forums, right? And take it from there. And PM and say, hey, thanks a lot for that comment. I really appreciated you saying that. Or, hey, I thought you made a great comment on the blah, blah, blah forum. And if they engage with you, cool. Hey, where are you at? What do you do? Right? Just build rapport. And then eventually see if you can get them on the phone. Okay. JVs, partnerships, all that stuff is huge. Okay. This is how you can go big. I'll tell you straight up. Okay. I don't know if I've ever really said it like this publicly. But so in August and September, we built a business with B2B Funnel Secrets. We put on the books $71,000 in sales. $71,000 in sales. This is my side job. It's not even my real job. Okay, it's becoming my real job now. But the way I did that, I don't think I've ever said this. The way I did that was joint ventures. Okay, I was on ClickFunnels podcast. I was on Sales Funnel Radio podcast, which is Steve Larson. I was on the Jesse Dobek live show, which is on his 700,000 person Facebook page. I was on the Jason Croft show, which is on, like, I don't know, it's all over the place. Like, I think it's on like YouTube, Netflix, and other places like that. And yeah, I mean, it was all joint ventures. Okay. And believe it or not, the joint ventures that I did, because I was just starting out, most of these guys did it for free. Okay. Now I'm not telling you they're all going to do that, but I'm just telling you, there are podcasts out there that are MMA podcasts, that are GoPro podcasts, that are mortgage podcasts, that are roofer shows, that are whatever. There's groups, right? There's people who own groups, people who run meetup.com events that are in your niche. And if you come to them and say, hey, I've got a presentation that's really cool, I can sell a product at the end and offer it up. And have you ever monetized your Facebook group? What do you do to monetize your meetup.com? When I ask people that question, 90% of the time they say, I've never made a dime. Okay. So I say, hey, why don't we add some value and why don't we make an offer? And I guarantee you have people in that group that are ready to buy something. They're ready to take the next step. And I encourage them to help their people out. Okay. Okay, cool. The other thing is there's a whole hack with authors, but just for time, I won't go into that. But you can find authors in all different places, and usually an author is willing to partner with you. Okay. Testimonials is big in the marketing side. So start to get video testimonials. One of the things that I teach is don't feel like you need video testimonials for everything. A lot of times industry data is all that you need to be very, very, very successful with testimonials. Okay. In fact, a lot of times people feel industry testimonials are indisputable. It's happening across thousands of people versus just one person had a result somewhere. It's like, how do we even know who that person is? But if it's an industry thing, then people go, okay, the tide is rising type of thing. So, okay, cool. Well, guys, I'm pumped. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to share with you the 12 steps. That's it, guys. Those are the 12 steps that we see. And I got together with Danny that we put this together. We said, people are really doing this. People are building these courses. They're making a ton of money. Me and Danny have done it. And we said, we're going to share the six promises with you. These are the 6 we talked about. We said we're going to share the exact step-by-step system that experts are using to build these 6-figure plus 7-figure courses. We did that. We showed you that you can do it with limited time and budget and technical skills. We showed you how to validate your course so that, it doesn't flop when you launch. That's the thing that people have a lot of questions with, right? Is that they don't have the confidence to push it out because they feel like it's going to flop. This is exactly, I just told you guys today exactly how to make sure it's not a big flop, because you go through the validation and the beta process, okay? We talked about how to get your first sale, right? How to do the PM to phone call thing. We talked about how to get instant leads using all the methods that I talked about. So people are always checking out what you got. They're always looking at what you got. And we talked about all the marketing secrets. Now, those marketing secrets are things that me and Danny have been using, okay? So, guys, so with that, I was really excited to be able to do this. I know me and Danny, we were working hard. Guys, we do this as a side job. I mean, it's like we put this together. But so here's one thing that we wanted to do is we were like, so we just told you what to do, and guys, like, hopefully you feel like you don't have the excuses you had before, like you didn't know, or it didn't make sense, or you didn't know the pattern of the system, or you never bought $1,000 or $3,000 course and went to a big seminar and learned it. Now, hopefully, like, you see what's going on. What we just dropped there, guys, I could do an entire mastermind and get people to pay $997 and fill the room with 15 or 20 people and get them to do exactly what that is. In fact, to be honest, if that was a mastermind, they'd probably pay $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 to be there, because we would actually do it and work on it. Okay. So friends, once again, like right now, we're gonna kind of wind it down, and I'll answer the last few questions. But guys, you have 2 choices. I mean, you can kind of file this away for your future and never do it, never think about it or whatever, or put it off into the I should have, or I would have, or I'm gonna, or you can take massive action. And I just want to encourage you guys, the best way to learn anything, whether you listen to Tony Robbins or anybody, they'll tell you when you learn something, you want to take massive action on it right away. Okay, the faster you do, the faster you're going to see the results. Okay, what me and Danny did is we said, let's set aside time. That's just how me and Danny roll. So we're gonna set aside some time just in the next 2 days, really, the next 48 hours. That if you guys want to personally talk to us to take massive action, we'll get on the phone with you. Now we're only going to do this for 10 people, just because of time, okay? And but if you want to jump on the phone, I'm going to drop a link in here, and I'll show you how to jump on the phone with us, either me or Danny. And we'd love to talk to you. So this is just like a let's chat session. There's no cost for it. It's totally for free for the first 10 people. And we'll chat with you about your idea, about the problems you feel like you're going to have, about, how do you overcome those problems? What do you want to do with it? Any of those kind of things. Well, it's kind of like a free consultation or whatever you want to call it type of deal. So here's the thing, okay? In order to qualify, we're not going to ask anything massive, but I thought I might as well put on some things here that just to make sure, like me and Danny, we really want to work with our ideal customer. So we just say that, look, you need to be committed to integrity, and you need to have a true concern for your clients. Okay. There's people like we outline people we want to work with, and we outline people we don't want to work with. They're just not our client. And so that's us. And you have to be delivering real value out there. Like if you're just selling, like sometimes I talk to people and it's fine. I'm not judging or anything. I'm just saying like sometimes they're just selling money to people. It's like, I personally just want to work with people who are adding, like they're actually doing something tangible that helps people. Okay. So if you qualify on the call as well, me and Danny, we host masterminds and boot camps. And for this, we're actually doing a 30-day implementation boot camp. So we might bring that up if you're interested in that on the call. But once again, we just want to get on with you and help you, bring clarity to all these kind of things. So here's the link. Okay. We didn't create a pretty link and all that stuff. So like, you got to really want to do this. So write that link down. And I think Danny, why don't I have you jump on here too? And let's take any more questions. But Danny, is the link also on the, is the link also on the page somewhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a link right now in the, actually I can't because YouTube blocks links. So I can't even put it out there.
Okay. Let me see if I can. And then I think there were some questions.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to.
Oh, I did.
Oh yeah, you can. Okay. I guess only the host can drop a link.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm the host then. That worked.
There you go.
So yeah, guys, and once again, I'm sorry if it's more than 10, but I just want to, we just want to once again just try to help people take their business to the next level. So, so that's the link. If you guys want to do a free Let's Chat session, and we'll help you get this going. I really want to see people build their business and build their dream and get their idea out. So just go there and fill out that form. And we'd like to talk to you in the next day or two. We basically set aside time the next 2 days to get on the phone.
I think when you posted the link, I think YouTube still blocks it. Let me check because someone just said that the link's not working. Hold on. Go down. All right, give me 1 second. Let me try to fix it. You can keep talking though.
Okay. Just make sure I got it right here.
Actually, you know what? I think what you did, you added a space after talk, and it added some percent sign symbols. So you might need to just copy and paste it again properly. There you go. Do it that way.
I don't think I have it right.
No, you do.
Yeah.
It's at the very end there was a space in the link. I think copy and paste that right there what you have on your screen.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Grab that. Copy that. Yeah.
Got it.
See, there you go.
Okay, it's pulling up. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Andy. Everybody.
Yeah, there was an extra space at the end of the URL. There you go. So this one here should work now. Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, there you go.
We're good.
Cool.
Back in business.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So so let's just go to any Q&A. We'll hang out here and talk to you guys. No problem. That's funny. I actually see 2 forms already came in that fast.
I do have someone did mention the Technique did mention earlier, and this is kind of a little statement, but they said, these steps are simple, but when it comes to taking action, I let myself get overwhelmed with all the things that they have to do. So I know a lot of people fall into that mind trap because I did as well.
Me too. Okay. Don't feel bad. Okay. You're totally normal. Don't feel like you're the oddball. I'm telling you, I struggled with that for years. And I actually hired a Tony Robbins coach one time, and these guys are performance coaches. Okay. And if you can afford it, you should hire these guys sometime, even if it's just for 6 months. But what I learned there is how to overcome that. And I'm telling you, that accelerated my life and my business because I could overcome what you just talked about. Okay. Especially the more information and stuff that's thrown at you, we all are going to struggle with that more and more, but it's very simple. Okay. How to do that. Now you have to tell yourself that you're going to do this, but I will tell you the pattern of how to do it. Okay. It's incredibly simple. It's incredibly free. It's incredibly powerful, but it's incredibly easy to forget. Okay. I think that's actually like a Jim Rohn saying what I just said right there. But I think it is. Not I'm repeating that. But okay. What you want to do is take this list of 12, okay? Just X off all of everything except for number 1, and write number 1 like on your board or on a to-do list or wherever you take notes, and just work on that. Don't do anything else, okay? Just work on that one thing until you're done. And then when you're done, this is the key to making this, because when you do 1, then you go to number 2, then you go to number 3, then you're exhausted, okay? Here's the key that I learned is when you're done with 1, do something small but significant to celebrate. Believe me, it works. I remember when the guy told me that, I'm like, bro, you got to be kidding me. Like, what do you mean? Like, go get a donut? Like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. He's like, you just did number 1. Go. What's your favorite food? I'm half Italian, half Korean. I'm like, I like pizza. He's like, well, what's your favorite pizza? I told him. He said, well, go get it tonight. And I said, well, okay. But I'm telling you, like, doing something like that and you're rewarding yourself, that's how you move to the next one and you're fired up about it. Okay, I do this with my kids all the time. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I'll take my kids out to ice cream or what. Like, I come down late in the day, I'm like, we're going to ice cream, we're going to ice cream. They're like, yeah. And they're all like, why are we going to ice cream? And I'm like, because I completed step 3. They're like, what? It doesn't make any sense to them. But trust me, that right there, I think I paid $700 a month to learn how to do that. Okay, so that's how you overcome that, brother or ma'am. I don't know if eye technique. I don't know if oh, sorry. Okay, any other questions? I think we got some here, right?
Yeah, I think that was the only thing that we missed. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, just feel free that, or don't feel like a question is going to be a dumb question. If there's something on your mind, a statement, you need something reaffirmed, just please don't hesitate to let us know. So Jerry wants to know if there's a replay.
I don't know yet. Maybe.
If I think it's going to be a limited replay. We're not going to have it on for for months and months.
Yeah.
For like maybe 24, 48 hours, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, guys, if we left this out, like, we would have other experts getting pissed at us because they sell this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just being honest, they sell this. Okay. I'm not. That's 100% true. What I just told you, they sell it. Okay.
But without the marketing.
What's up?
I said without the marketing part at the very end.
Oh yeah, they don't even include marketing, right? Right. Cody says, "What do you mean by industry data? Can you give me examples?" Yes, great one. So industry data would be like research firms, or if a big blog, you'll find this a lot, like with so like I don't know if I can scroll and find your industry and fast enough, Cody, but let's just say you were let me just use one that I remember, like the GoPro one. Okay, like the GoPro one's just one I remember. So industry data would be, you could just type in Google GoPro industry data, GoPro trends, GoPro 2017 trends, GoPro 2016 trends. All that is industry data. Okay, so you're going to find blogs, stats, research, right? That kind of stuff you use as supporting data for what you do and for what you teach to validate if, like, let's say you do something like Facebook ads, right? You can say research shows that people increase their sales by up to 34% when they implement this type of dark post Facebook ad. And then you can put in parentheses, source such and such, right? That's what I mean by industry data, okay? A lot of people, this is proven, this is why when you watch an infomercial, when you watch a commercial, when you listen to the radio, when you listen to anything that's big syndicated advertising, most of the research is industry data. It's not like they're now actually, to be honest though, now there is mixed in individuals, but those you'll see that those individuals are actors, and a lot of times it will actually say this is an actor. Because so that's actually funny that they even do that. Oh, My Pillow, I bought the My Pillow system and it let me sleep 12 more hours a day, and it says on the bottom corner this is an actor. but then you'll hear the whole rest of the time the person talking about when you sleep with a pillow like this, what they're doing is they're telling you industry data. They're telling you, data on a macro level. So hopefully that makes some sense, Cody. David says, thank you guys so much. Great webinar. Cody says martial arts. Okay, got it. Oh, so dude, martial arts would be an easy one, bro. You Google that, what I just said, martial arts would be a super easy one. iTech says, advice for establishing yourself as an industry expert or in an industry that is competitive, such as teaching small business owners about funnels. I kind of feel like that's outside of this. I don't want to just go into like general consulting here. Teaching small business owners. I guess I don't fully understand what that means about a course. If you mean like how would you create a course, this would be perfect for that. You could create a course on the problems. If you get the first statement right, see, if you don't do the first statement, none of this, you can't do any of this. Because you have to be able to say, I serve, let me see this. I teach small business owners funnels who need what? What do they need? Do they need leads? Do they need sales? Do they need revenue growth? Do they need lower cost per lead? What do they need? Right? And if you nail that, now you can create questions around that. Why do I need a lower cost per lead? How do I get it? What does it do for my business? Can I eliminate admins? Do I need to hire more salespeople? See where I'm going? So Edward says, great webinar, guys. Very timely. I'm immersed in the ClickFunnels and all the info. Awesome, man. Thanks, Edward. Okay, I think we're good. I don't want to just hang on here forever, but I think we're good, right?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen anything else slip by.
Okay. I think I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I see 7 forms filled out. So still 3 more.
Left.
You know what? Maybe I mean, I'm sure those forms will get filled out, but we'll just probably leave this open until those 10 come in. I think once those 10 come in, then I don't know. Well, anyway, Dave, I'll let you handle that. Your
Right.
group.
No, we're good. Yeah, I got time. I mean, if anyone else has any other questions, that'll feel free to ask, and then we'll go ahead. I mean, if we don't see any questions coming, then we could probably cut it off.
Yeah, for sure.
So. But yeah, I mean, I think besides that, if you guys love this presentation, then, it would be great if you guys can let, both the Entrepreneur Hustle group and then James Social, our Insider Influence group, just know, how much value you got from this. Because that'll be great. Definitely, if you guys can just give your honest opinion. We're not telling you to go out there and tell everyone that this was like the best thing ever, but just whatever your honest opinion is, that'll be great. Yeah. It'll be appreciated.
Yeah, that's a good virtual tip. Appreciate you guys doing that. We want to do these and really want to build community around just whatever the problems are, whatever people want to learn. We want to we're I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this, but we're talking about trying to do it every week. So far, we're 2 for 2. So maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just got 2 more. I think we'll have 1 more form left. I think we got 2 more in.
Edward says he's been trying to create a messenger. He says, I've been trying to create my message for a course. Does niche hacking for local businesses have any kind of meaning?
Niche hacking. I don't know what niche hacking means, Edward.
Right. I mean, if you were talking to a 5th grader, what is it that you would want to build for a course? Kind of explain it that way.
Jason Croft says thanks. Awesome, Jason. Thanks, Rain. Rain says great value. Love it.
Awesome.
Cool. What do you want to do, Danny?
Yeah, we can wait for Edward to kind of rephrase what niche hacking for local businesses means.
Okay. Type, Edward, type. Tell the internet to move faster. Blow on your computer. So everyone stop typing so Edward can get his message across the internet.
It kind of reminded me when I used to have a Nintendo. I used to blow on those cartridges.
Yeah, exactly. Ruben says amazing value. Appreciate it, guys.
I break down
And
business
nice
by many niches in their biz, create niche blogs, and repurpose on Facebook.
I break down businesses by many niches within their business. Okay. I get it. I think I get it. Byron says access to the slides. Yeah, we'll send them out, Byron, for sure. Ann says I have a question. Throw your question in, Ann. And thanks for speaking up, Ann. Definitely. I think I understand, Edward. So, let me just make sure. I break down businesses by. Okay, so Edward, I think that your course has to be the questions that I'm going to ask you. So I would think your first statement is going to be, I serve small business owners who, and then what's the problem you solve? Who have a problem with differentiating themselves, or who have a problem with creating, I don't know, original content or originality or uniqueness or whatever that problem is. Like, you have to, if this is going to work, you have to be able to say, what problem do you solve? That's like the elevator of elevator pitches. What problem do you solve? And so the problem that you solve is not creating many niches or niching businesses, right? The problem you solve, the business problem, what's the business level problem? Like the strategic problem you solve in a business, right? And so if you can answer that, then I think like the questions become extremely clear off of that type of a question, or I'm sorry, for that type of a statement. So if I'm understanding this right, I would think that you would say, you help businesses kind of niche down or develop uniqueness within niches so that they can build more communities, so that they can, develop their brand, build a tighter relationship with their audience, generate more leads, generate more sales, increase the revenue, all those kind of things. And then when you get to the questions, Edward, I think then it's like, first question, why do I need to niche down? Second question, what type of niches are common? Third question, just because I niche down, what can I do from a marketing perspective to generate awareness within those niches? Number 4, what kind of competitive analysis do I need to do about one of those niches, right? So you can just keep going on and on and on there. Okay. Okay, so hopefully we nailed it there, Edward. Do we have any other ones, Danny?
From Ann, Ann mentions to create my course. Of course, I have to choose a topic. What should I do if I know so much about so many different topics? How do I know which topic is the best to pursue? And then her statement that she mentioned was, I help entrepreneurs craft their message, take it to the market, and change the world. What can I build from that as far as a course goes?
I help entrepreneurs craft their message, take it to the world. That's a good one. I would want to know maybe what type of entrepreneur or whatever, but take it to the world and build. Take it to the world. Okay. So I would think your statement. I mean, do you want to say anything or that pops off the top of your head, Danny?
I mean, the only thing I would say is try to make it a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
You know, because that way you can kind of, you know, I think you know, when you guys fill in these blanks and answer, you know, these kind of mission statements and things like that, the more specific you can get, you know, just kind of like I teach my students when they pick a niche, you know, or you know, when they kind of want to build their agency to choose a niche, right? Kind of niche down. You want to do the same thing with your mission statement. So you want to really be specific on who you serve and like what exactly can you help them with, right? And so I mean, I think you could probably kind of niche that down a little bit more. And
Yeah, I do too. I really like, Ann, that you're talking about developing their message, because I think that typically with entrepreneurs, they're being offered things that are tactical, but their message is very unclear about what do they really mean, or what do they represent, or so I kind of like that angle. And I don't know if you have any, like, if you would lean either way on a certain type of entrepreneur, male or female, young or old, spiritual or not, or athletic. You know, I don't know. Like, and that's where Danny's saying if you could niche
right,
down, I think it could then it becomes more clearer of how you help them, right? You know, like you could help entrepreneurs with their comeback story. That's another way that you could niche down, and like how do you help them craft their message. You could help them get their story onto the forefront of what they do. That would be really hot. That would be really hot if you know, because the reason that entrepreneurs can't sell is because people don't believe. There's no belief. Belief is very difficult. But if they tell their story, people believe in the stories, right? They, like, the stories become believable. And so so anyway, so you know, that's just an idea. Okay, she says their message is crafted through building their online presence and funnel system. I see. As far as courses though, where do I go with that? It's more new entrepreneurs. I think without a doubt you could sell a course. In fact, I think I actually know somebody who does this. Now that I think about that, I think, I don't know if Genevieve is on. I think Genevieve, I can't remember her last name. I think she has a course like this, and she sells it for $397 or something like that. But that's not a bad thing that you have competitors. That's actually a good thing. Trust me. If you don't have any competitors, that means you're going to spend a lot of money trying to figure out if it's going to work. um, so, yeah, I mean, I like that idea of trying to craft somebody's message, craft it through online presentations or online presence and funnels. Okay, so can you create a course around that? Absolutely. I mean, so once again, it would be, you want to start with that first statement, and which is, I serve entrepreneurs who need help, building instant believability and credibility in the marketplace or in their niche. Like, that's a pretty strong headline, because if an entrepreneur sees that, most entrepreneurs are going to go, I think I need help, with believability, just because I'm new, or because I don't have the credibility, right? And so you could come up with that first statement pretty quick, and then after that, you could come up with the questions, right? So, why do they need to clarify their message? What are the top 3 ways to clarify your message? What are the best ways to clarify your message on video? What are the best ways to clarify your message in writing? What are the best ways to clarify your message in a photo? How does appearance, hairstyle, clothes, how does that represent your image, right? I mean, so those questions become pretty easy, and then you just go from there. So hopefully that helps you out a ton there. And I don't know if I see any others, Danny. There's a ton of people still on. But I don't know if I see any more questions.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything other than Ann's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. You want to hang on for a little while? Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, if there's how many forms would we have left?
There's 18, 19, sometimes 20. It's kind of bouncing back and forth between 20 and 18.
Right. No, I mean, 'cause you
How many
were
forms?
yeah, but as far as the phone calls, are there any
Let's
spots
see.
left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we actually have all 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll email out the slides. And if we decide,
Actually, we have 12. We actually have 12.
ooh,
But I would just say if you do want to fill it out, just fill it out. And because if I call somebody or Danny does and they don't answer,
right, that's true.
then we might call you.
Right. But yeah, but if you guys have any questions after this, you can always reach out to any of us. You guys know where to find us, and then we'll be more than happy to help you guys out. But stay tuned because we'll probably have a new topic, just like James mentioned. We're going to try and do this every week. We're 2 for 2 so far, but we want to bring different topics into the light, not just the exact same things that that we're talking about last week or the week before.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, I
Awesome.
think that's it.
Okay, great hanging out with everybody. Everybody have a great night.
Edward says he's got tons of questions.
Hopefully you fill out the form, Edward. You want to stay on, or what do you want to do, Danny? It's your call.
What kind of what's your? Yeah, you did. He did fill out the form. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's fine. We can talk to Edward on the phone and answer any more questions.
Okay. All right. People are saying good night. That tells you it's late.
Right. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on board then.
Thanks, guys. Everyone have a good one.
All right. Bye.